This is Steve Ridgel, and off and on I share some hints about how to help people come to Jesus, come to know Jesus. You've got friends or neighbors or coworkers or teammates or classmates or someone that you'd like to talk to about Jesus. Hopefully, almost everyone you meet. And so, one of the things I want to encourage you to do is think about the power of having a meal together. Now, you think if you're a Christian, your mind may automatically go to communion, the Lord's Supper, and the meal that Christians take weekly to remember the death of Jesus and announce the fact that we believe he's coming back. But nevertheless, I'm not really referring to that. That is something Christians do, and I believe fellowship over the table is a great thing. Anytime Christians eat together is a great thing. But I'm thinking specifically about how to introduce people to Jesus. And let me tell you why I think meals have a powerful place to play in that. One is it's really relaxed around eating together. You're more comfortable, you're more relaxed. You can just have conversation about Jesus that way. You can even do Bible studies around meals, just open the Bible between you, beside you, that kind of thing. But it really is more relaxing. Number two, it's a nice thing to do to somebody. I always treat for the meal when I'm asking someone if they want to hear about Jesus, talk about Jesus, share a Jesus story, whatever. I always treat for the meal. Now, there are a number of ways you can do that. You can do it with coffee. I'm big on let's go get coffee, or in the summer, tea or Coke, whatever. I'm big on those invitations. I'm big on breakfast or lunch. Now, it's great if you have a restaurant, where believers run the restaurant, because they don't care if you sit there and study the Bible. I've never had a restaurant say not do that, never. But I do look for certain restaurants where there's space and room and you're not crowded around on top of each other. You're not hurting their business if you sit there for an hour and eat and study, those kind of things. But I really look for those kind of restaurants. Now, I'm cheap, so I look for inexpensive restaurants to treat people at. My wife is a good cook, so we're big on having people come out to a home-cooked meal. That's even more intimate, more inviting. So it's more relaxing. It's a nice courtesy thing. And it's just easy, especially if your Jesus conversation is what you're really doing. Not so much a formal Bible study, but let me just walk you through this story about Jesus. Let me tell you what Jesus has done. Tell me about your Jesus journey. I like having people for meals, for coffee, for those kind of things to talk about Jesus. It really matters. It's more relaxing, and it sets up a good environment. And, well, it's what Jesus did a lot with his people, had meals together. So that's one of Steve's suggestions for the environment to set up to talk to people about Jesus. Home meals are the best. Inexpensive meals, coffee, are really good at places that don't mind you sitting and having Jesus conversations for a little bit.